Hey there, I've got great news for you. Your search for life-changing money ends right now. That's right. In less than 10 minutes from now, you'll have at your fingertips the knowledge and the technology to generate your first $5,000 today. Better yet, I'm going to prove to you, step by step and beyond all doubt, how to use this technology to generate an extra $5,000 every 24 hours, every single day for the rest of your life. But I'm only willing to do this for people who could actually use some help in their lives right now. So tell me, would $5,000 wired to your bank account by the end of each day make a difference in your life? Would it help you get rid of debt and live a stress-free life? Of course it would. $5,000 per day, every day, is life-changing money. $5,000 per day will allow you and your loved ones to start living the lifestyle that most people only dream about. Best of all, you'll be getting access to this breakthrough piece of technology today, minutes from now, absolutely free. However, before you get access to everything, let me ask you something. Would you quit Facebook entirely for a chance to become a millionaire? Yeah, I know that's a weird thing to ask, but think about it for a second and tell me, would you do it? Would you quit Facebook? I was recently put in that dilemma, and it's the wildest thing that ever happened to me in my entire life. They said I was crazy. My boss, my wife, even my accountant, they all begged me to reconsider. And I've got to admit, quitting Facebook seemed risky, maybe even foolish. After all, I was recently married. I had just moved into my new home, and the twins were already on the way. But deep inside, I knew I had to do it. I had seen the data, and I knew that if it worked, I'd be wealthy beyond my wildest dreams. It was my chance, and I took it. And today, 2 years and $84 million later, I know for a fact that leaving my six-figure job at Facebook was the best decision I ever made for myself, for my family, and oddly enough, it's about to benefit you big time. That's right. And if you stick around with me for a few minutes, I'm going to show you how to use my discovery to generate a guaranteed bare minimum of $5,000 per day, every day for the rest of your life. Sounds interesting, doesn't it? Better yet, I'm going to prove to you how, without any previous experience, this breakthrough new technology can level the playing field for anyone. No matter your background, no matter where you're from, and no matter how old you are, if you got a computer or a mobile device and you can access the internet, you will start earning $5,000 per day, every day, starting today. And yes, I know it's a pretty bold claim to make, but as I just said, I'm going to prove everything to you with solid evidence. If this sounds interesting to you, you can get started at any time during this video by entering your name and your primary email address in the box you see next to this video. Now, before you can start earning $5,000 per day, there's a couple of concepts you need to know in order to understand why and how this all works. So I need you to focus and pay close attention to this short presentation. And listen, right from the get-go, I want to put your mind at ease by saying that I'm not here to sell you anything. Look around. There are no buy now or add to cart buttons on this page. And that's because there's absolutely nothing to buy. Quite the opposite, actually. I'm not here to ask you to spend money. I'm here, in fact, to invite you and to show you step by step how to use a unique new online system to start earning, as of today, a life-changing income. Are you ready? Would you be interested in earning $5,000 every single day for the rest of your life? Great. Then let's get started. My name is Abraham Epstein. A few years ago, I had a high-paying job at Facebook. My job there was to analyze a real-time massive stream of data and then to use my findings to develop smart algorithms to spot and predict new trends that were about to go massively viral. I was very good at my job, and thanks to the work I was doing there, both Facebook and a group of high-profile advertisers made millions of dollars in monthly revenue. I sat there for years, accurately predicting new trends and watching those fat cats pocket fortunes because of it. Until one day it hit me like a sack of bricks. If I could take the same trend spotting and prediction algorithms I had developed and apply them to the trading industry, I could be sitting on a veritable gold mine. The mere thought of it was mind-boggling. It would be like having a license to print money, like having a crystal ball to tell me the winning lotto numbers every single time. I mean, who wouldn't want that, right? And the more I thought about it, the more intrigued I became, until one day I just couldn't take it anymore. I took the leap of faith. I quit my steady six-figure job and set myself on a mission to build the most perfect money-making system ever created. Against all odds and after endless hours and hours of coding, I finally pulled it off. I managed to tweak and perfect the system to a point where anyone, even someone with zero previous experience in trading, can start earning a minimum of $5,000 per day right from the get-go. This technology works seamlessly, and it has the potential to change many lives. And today, right here with this video, I'm going to prove to you that it works by letting a small group of people use the system and profit from it, absolutely free. That's where you come in. You will be part of this small group. You will profit massively because of it. And I'll tell you why I'm doing that. I'm here to make money. Lots and lots of it. And in the midterm future, I'll be sitting down with a few millionaires with an investment plan for the system. And I know that this will result in millions of dollars in profit for me. But in order to convince these millionaires, I must prove that the system works as I say it does. And you, my friend, are the proof. By letting you use the system to make $5,000 per day, I'll be able to prove the power and the efficacy of the Hydra to millionaire investors. Makes sense, doesn't it? However, before I hand over to you the keys to the vault and let you profit from it, there's a couple of concepts that you need to grasp in order to make the most out of this. The very first thing you need to understand is that no matter how many people say it or how many times the media outlets repeat it, there is no such thing as a bad economy. The same amount of money is still in circulation. It hasn't been destroyed or burned. In fact, there's probably more money now than there was 10 years ago. I mean, sure, there might be less money in your wallet or in your bank account, but that doesn't mean that there's less money in general or that the money is somehow gone. It only means that the money has moved from yours into someone else's wallet. That's just the way the economy works. And the same is happening on a larger scale. A group of people who used to have money are now in a panic and freaking out because the money has changed hands and is now controlled by an entirely different group of people, or in many cases by corporations and large international conglomerates. But the money isn't gone, it's still there, and the good news is that today, right now, you're about to get access to a brand new piece of technology that will turn things around and make the money flow back into your wallet and pack your bank account. I'm talking about getting transfers of $5,000 or more sent straight into your bank account each and every day for the rest of your life. I called this system the Hydra. And it works by automatically detecting financial trades with high profit potential and doing everything a top-level trader would do to ensure a win every time. And if you're not familiar with online trading, don't worry, it's pretty simple to understand. Here's how it works. In the global markets, commodities or companies' stocks are traded. And at any given time, the value of these can either go up or down. Let's use Ford Motor Company as an example. Their stock can either move up or it can move down. Those are the only two possible outcomes. And with this in mind, you can place a trade predicting the direction the stock will move next. If you predict that it will go up, and it does, you earn money. If you predict that it will go down, and it does, you make money from that too. Pretty straightforward, right? The Hydra system was designed to work within this framework, with the only goal of generating maximum profits by predicting profitable trades hundreds of times per day. Let's go back to my office and I'll tell you more about it. I'll tell you how it works. There are two main components that make the Hydra system perform so well. The first component is a complete set of highly advanced algorithms that have live access to the world's market data feeds. Using a multi-server cloud, the system analyzes billions of data pieces per second in real time and makes automated decisions based on the proprietary self-learning trend spotting and trend prediction algorithms that are always adapting. It's like putting the most advanced artificial intelligence systems on brain enhancers, and then setting it out to work exclusively on predicting how the markets will behave. And let me tell you, during the past couple of years, the system has been tweaked and perfected to a point where it has reached a consistent 97.4% accuracy rate. And since it's equipped with self-learning algorithms, it will only continue to improve over time. And it gets even better, because within a few months, an advanced anti-fail mechanism was installed. It works by monitoring each and every transaction up until it takes place. And if the system detects even the slightest hint that a trade may take a turn, it will automatically place a second trade in the opposite direction, effectively canceling it out completely and preventing any loss of your investment. The second part of the system is also the most important one, and the reason it's called the Hydra. Just as the mythical creature with 7 heads, I brought in to work with me 7 of the world's top financial analysts and put each of them in charge of their own team. The job of each team is to scour the news around the globe, looking for trends and surefire trades and inputting them into the system so that you and each and every one of our members can benefit from their top-level expertise. Let me quickly give you a couple of examples. Imagine that Apple has announced their newest product and the entire world is abuzz and eager to get their hands on it. I mean, you've seen this happen over and over, right? Okay, so hours before the Apple Store opens, and this is happening in every store around the world, there's a line of hundreds of people just waiting for the chance to spend their hard-earned money to get the latest gizmo. You know what I'm talking about, right? So let me ask you, during those first hours of that day, when Apple is going to pocket millions of dollars per minute, how do you think their stock will behave in the world's markets? Do you think there's a chance it's going to go up? Yep, that's right. Their stock is absolutely going to skyrocket. And that's how top financial analysts think. They love tech gadgets too, but for a different reason. You see, instead of waiting in line to spend a few $100s, they're actually waiting behind their computers so they can make hundreds of thousands of dollars along with Apple. Okay, now let's take a look at the not so obvious example. Imagine that the shady CEO of a huge transnational corporation has just been accused of embezzling money from the company's investors, and they're taking him to court. You've seen that happen on the news, right? Well, how do you think that company's stock is going to perform right after that announcement? That's right. There's a good chance the stock for that company is going down a few points in the world markets. And you may not know this, but by placing a specific type of online trade, you can make a ton of money when the stock goes down. So imagine the profit potential of having 7 of the brightest financial analysts in the world, along with their teams, working hard day in and day out, every day of the week to find the most profitable trading opportunities available. And yes, the system's self-learning algorithms are also learning from all this input that the analyst teams are feeding it. And it has been doing so successfully for the past year. In fact, the system has reached a point where it will produce a minimum of $5,000 per day on a brand new account with zero intervention. That's right. The system's artificial intelligence has reached the capacity of a well-trained human trader. Here, let me show you my computer screen to show you exactly how it works. This is the main screen of the Hydra system. I've created a brand new account and funded it with just $250. And once I switch the system to start, that's the money the system will be using to place trades on your behalf. Okay, so I want you to pay attention to the number right here. This number right here, this $25 is the standard amount that the system will use for each trade. And it means that for every successful trade the system makes, you will earn an additional $20 in profit. Now, $20 may not seem like a lot, but you need to keep in mind that the Hydra will win an average of 250 trades per day. And that adds up to $5,000 each and every weekday. Or if you'd rather look at it this way, it's $100,000 in pure profit every month being wired straight to your bank account. For most people, and most likely for you too, $5,000 per day is a complete game changer. $5,000 per day will allow you to start living a lifestyle that most can only dream about. A life where debt and stress vanish and entirely cease to exist. A life where you can do whatever you want, whenever you want, with complete confidence and virtually no restrictions. A life where you can afford any and every toy, gadget, and luxury you have ever desired. A happy and fulfilling life where the entire world becomes your playground. And that's the kind of life you want for yourself, for your family, isn't it? Of course it is. And that's precisely the kind of lifestyle that you'll have as soon as the Hydra system starts working for you. Okay, moving on. This button right here is probably the most important one in the whole system, because when you click it, it sets in motion the entire artificial intelligence trading module. And the Hydra system will start automatically searching for surefire trades, monitoring them closely, and then placing and winning trades on your behalf. The Hydra system is the quickest and easiest way I know to reverse your personal economy and get the money flowing from banks and corporations back into your wallet. Here, I'll activate the system now so you can see how this thing actually works. Now, while the system starts looking for its very first trade on this account, let me tell you that no other profession or activity in the world can give you this kind of earnings so fast. None. And the best part is that unlike the regular stock market, you won't have to invest large sums of capital to buy a particular stock or have your money tied down for long periods of time. Okay, here we go. Well, that didn't take long. As you can see here, the Hydra system has now detected not one, but 2 different trades with high potential of becoming winners. And it has also automatically placed the trades. And now, all we have to do is wait for the timer on each of these trades to expire. That was easy, wasn't it? All I've done so far is log into a brand new account, which might as well be yours, and click the Start button. That's it. Just one click of my mouse, and in a matter of minutes, the Hydra system has analyzed all current trades taking place, compared them with our proprietary databases, ran them through its artificial intelligence algorithms, and detected 2 trades with high profit potential. There's no other system like this in the world. And you are about to get full access, unrestricted access to all of it. In fact, I'm not only going to give you full access to the Hydra system, I'm also going to show you step by step how to use it for maximizing earnings. I'm going to let you profit from it as long as you want. And yes, I'm going to do all of this absolutely free. And hey, would you look at that? The timers for these trades have already expired, and Hydra has earned this account a cool $40 in profit just for clicking one button. What keeps impressing me is the sheer speed at which this system works. I mean, you just saw it make its first $40 in less than 2 minutes. And look, what's even more impressive, the system has already located 3 additional trades. Now, I'm not going to make you sit here and watch new trades come in, because it's actually much more exciting when the system is actually working to make you money. So what I'm going to do is give you access right now so that you can get started right away. And by this time tomorrow, you can receive your first $5,000 withdrawal. And I'd save the best for last. Because to prove to you beyond all doubt that this system works, I want you to meet Emily and Connor. They both got access to the system 3 days ago and are both reaping the benefits of having the Hydra system. Once inside, you'll get to see them live and hear directly from them, their experience and the plans they're making to transform their lives. I'll also share some very good ideas on how to keep your head cool around the money, how to make smarter investments, and how to start living the lifestyle of luxury right from day one. So go ahead, enter your name and email address in the box you see next to this video to secure your Hydra system spot. It's absolutely free and there are no strings attached. The great Milton Berle once said, "If opportunity doesn't knock, build a door." And right now, right before you, wide open, is the door to the wealth that you've been waiting for. All you have to do is come in. Enter your name and email address right now. I'll see you inside.